Namhlanje silapha rooftop ye-Homecoming Center with these amazing historic panoramic views of the city. On my left, it's the timeless Table Mountain. Just next to it, close to it, is District 6 with the vacant land and the new houses for the returnees. Sisajonga leyo nto, nathi castle, our very own national heritage site. Ezantsi kwayo sine old granary, the third oldest building in the city. Welcome, namkelekile. We were talking about historic districts. Today we are on our way to Greenpoint to meet our lovely and Ava Price, an ex-resident of number 55 Loader Street. She'll be sharing her encounters of growing up in Loader Street. In 2002, Ava and her family and friends came to visit the area, but she could not get to her home. But today it's different. Let me not spoil the pot for you. Masambeni, siyodibana no Aunt Ava. Ndilandeleni, please, landeleni. Masambeni.
"1965 came, and all hell broke loose. De Waterkant was declared a white group area by the apartheid government, and like District 6, was also earmarked for demolition. But the fate of De Waterkant was different. It was fortunate that a British aristocrat who felt a connection to the area bought the house at number 1 Loader Street and encouraged his friends to do the same. This halted the demolition of the area."
Hi, Umi. How are you?
I'm fine and so nice to see you.
How was it today?
I'm good,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm just all that more happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you.
Yeah,
Can you take me through your area, your
Yeah,
street, and
sure,
tell me
sure.
more about it?
yes, definitely.
Umi, just tell me, what was it like growing up here in these lovely streets?
It was wonderful, Ayanda. It was truly wonderful. Everybody knew everybody.
Yeah?
All your friends lived here. You played games together. You did everything together, you know. And everybody was kind to one another.
Really? and tell me a bit about your neighbors, man. Who stayed where in this area?
Well, my friend Beverly Andrews lived here.
Sure.
Yeah, Beverly Andrews lived there. The Farrells lived here. The Weavers lived there. Uncle Gory lived there. Cliffy, and then Mrs. Cranfield. We used to steal her chickens' eggs. You know, she had chickens on the back field.
At the back, yeah.
Yeah, so we used to steal her chicken's eggs in our aprons. We walked like that, and then we had a braai, egg fry on the back on the field.
And if these streets could talk, what will they say to you?
Oh, they'll say, "Welcome back.
Welcome
Welcome back home. You belong here."
Yeah, yeah. Can you feel that?
I can feel it.
That they're saying to you, welcome?
Yes, I can feel it. I can feel it. This is home ground.
Yeah.
This is my town.
Okay. Are you ready for us to go to your home now?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, yes.
Let's go then.
Come, let's go.
This area has always formed a key part of historical Cape Town, with its roots as a slave quarter that evolved to a place where people lived, where children played, where communities came together to form a colorful diaspora community. Umi, yes, Ayesha and Nadia.
Yes, I see them.
How are you guys? How are you today?
Well, so a bit nervous.
How are you feeling?
A bit nervous.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to getting into the house with your mom?
Very
Yes,
much so.
very
All the stories
excited.
you've heard
Of the house.
of the house. Yes, exactly.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's go for it. Let's
Thank
go,
you.
Nadia. Go, Ayesha. Go, Ayesha. Okay.
You know, 5 people left this house only one living to come back to see it. My mom's bed used to stand there. This was their bedroom. The sewing machine stood in that corner. A little round table was there. The dressing table was on that side and the cupboard was here. Strange coming back to this. And this was our room. This was our room. My brother's bed was there. Our couch was here. We had a little table in the middle and a mirror against the wall. Our cupboard was on this side. And the passage went through where the stairs is now.
How do you feel now? After this whole experience?
The whole experience was so awesome. It's unbelievable. You know, it's just mind-blowing to think that so many years have gone by and what you pictured as your old home. The side walls are there, but a lot of new modifications were done, you see. But it still feels like this is the home that that I've longed for all the years, that I used to dream about. But I kind of accept now, like almost like closure, that it is what it is.
Sure. How do you feel, guys?
It's not what I expected at all.
Not at all, not at all.
Too much. Is it too much
To take in. No, it's not too much changes. This is what the new owners probably had envisioned his home to be like. And he did it well.
Yeah.
He did it well.
How does it make you feel?
Very emotional, very, how can I say, I feel like they say an Englishman in New York.
Oh, that's
kind of feeling. Yeah. I'm here, but this is not what it used to be. So I'm trying to put that pattern of the house into my head.
But the energy of the
energy
house,
of the house
you could
is
feel the presence.
definitely the image, the energy. The energy's here. I'm sure the walls remember me, especially that wall.
Yeah.
We used to go to this wall. Our neighbor next door knock on the wall. We knock on his wall. Then he comes around. If he knocks on his side of the wall, then we would go around. That's how Umi Moodley used to call me when she wanted me to go to the shop. Then I just hear the tap on the wall and then I go out. Yeah.
And your uncle's wall? The wall?
No, this was the wall that he did, and it's no longer here. They probably, because they needed to make the stairs, they probably had to destroy the whole wall. But I like the light that is in here. Good use of light, because they can see light from the stairs coming down. Wow. And this wall. When we moved in, there wasn't plaster on this wall. And now, so my dad plastered it, and now they removed it. Yeah. That's the view to the street. Oh, man. This is just great to be back. So many wonderful things happened in this house, and so many sad things. When my brother met with his accident, he had to come back to this house. He lost all his memory when he had that accident. And he didn't want to come in this house because he couldn't recognize it. He had to learn to know us. He had to learn to know our names again. So he lost 4 years of his life because it was a brain something with the brain, and he lost all his memory. When we left here, it was so sudden. You know, when the army trucks pulled up, you had to load your furniture in.
No time.
And we drove away, and we didn't even look back. You know, you didn't look back. Only when you got to your new place and everything was cold and new and different. And you woke up in the morning and you tell yourself, where am I? I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here, you know. But you had to fit in and do the best you can.
Yeah, soldier on.
You had to do the best you can, and you couldn't go out of your door and run into the house opposite or go and find your friends. We were all scattered and far away from each other. But I was glad my father insisted that we needed to get our driving lessons, and we all had our licenses. So it was a far trek to go and visit friends, and that was very strange, you know, to have to go in there. And if we came to Cape Town and the people in Boerkaap, then they always used to give you something nice for the road, for the road going home.
Yeah.
Patkos, you know, you had to get your
Bietjie
patkos.
Yeah.
And that was also strange because they used to tell us, here's your patkos, go home now before they close the gates. Although there were no gates, but you know, that's what they used to tease us. Because the people in the Boerkaap stayed where they were.
Thank you.
And yeah, so it was very strange, very, very strange. No shops where you were, no people that you knew. There were people that we knew, but in the other roads. It's not in your direct, close vicinity, you see. No street lights. It only came later.
Okay.
My mom always used to draw the layout of the house, so
Sure.
yes, that I could get it, the spatial idea in my memory.
Sure.
So I think the interferences with the closing of that area where I think you said the
Yes.
plant and the pigeons were, and
The local tree.
the loss of the passage.
Yes.
But in your mind, you build up an image of what the house
Sure.
would
Yeah.
look
Sure.
like.
Sure.
So I think I'm a bit disorientated because
Yeah.
I imagine walking down the passage
Yeah.
and peeking into
Yes.
rooms.
Yeah.
You know, whereas now
Yeah.
it's so much open. And I'm a bit confused because if these were the two bedrooms, they must have been quite tiny.
Yeah.
And in your mind, you imagine that if there are 2 or 3 people staying in a room, that the room would be quite big. So spatially, I think I'm a bit disorientated.
Disorientated.
Yeah.
Nadia?
Yeah.
I would like to know where the planks of the floor were that you broke one.
It was in that, you see that room, that was where those doors go in now. Yeah. The whole floorboard, the whole floor just went down.
Yeah.
You know, we were dancing and we had to fix it up before my mom and
I
dad
remember
came from the
interview you
movies.
told us that.
Yes, and we had this next door, number 59.
Yeah.
He was a carpenter and he quickly came with his crowbars. We had to move all the furniture out and he had to lift the floor back in and stabilize it, you know, so that it could. But the floor was stronger then because we always used to have a creaky kind of floor. And I think that just fixed up the whole floor.
And your dad noticed that you.
When he
Mellon,
came
yes.
in,
Yeah.
because you see when you move down the passage, the creek started there. So he used to listen to us when we walk by the creeks. Even if we tiptoed, that board still creaked. And when he came in, he immediately noticed. He did this. He said, what did you guys do? The floor's not creaking anymore. And then he noticed that where the paintwork was, there was so much of a gap because he didn't lift it up right to where it
That much.
used to be. You see? So there was a gap between the floorboards and the paintwork.
Yeah.
Just that much. And he said,
And he
something
noticed it."
happened here. Something happened here
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yes. No, this is mind-boggling, really. Our bedrooms were close to each other, and now the one bedroom is upstairs and the one bedroom is downstairs, you know. Different living, different living.
People.
But it's good, it's good. I love the balcony and the levels, the different levels. It's good, it's good.
Thank you for your time. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. District 6 demolished. Sophia Town destroyed. South End gentrified. Claremont disrupted. Restitution has been like waiting for Godot, whilst others are able to return, exactly like the returnees of District 6. But what about those who are still waiting to return? But what about those who still see their brick and mortar? But what we know is Greenpoint is here, Loader Street is here, and Ava is here. No matter where we are here.
The stories produced through the District 6 Museum Oral History Project is funded by the Mellon Foundation. The opinions and statements that may be contained herein do not reflect those of the District 6 Museum, but rather the individuals hosted within this episode. The video extracts used are taken from the Oral History Project and can be found in the District 6 Museum archive.